In this video, we're going to discuss why engineering will not prepare you for IT architecture roles. For example, why cloud engineering will not prepare you for a cloud architect role or an enterprise architect role. And the reason I'm making this video, and it's incredibly sad to me, is that so many people want to become an architect, like a cloud architect or an enterprise architect, and they think that becoming hands-on and learning how to do engineering and working as an engineer will get them there. Unfortunately, 15 years later in their engineering career, they still haven't moved into the architect role, and in most cases don't know why. In fact, one of the main reasons why people don't get hired is they actually show up on an architect interview prepared for an engineering job, and the skills mismatch is why people don't get hired. So I want to dispel the myth of why engineering will not prepare you for an architecture role. So don't try to become a cloud engineer before, say, a cloud architect or an enterprise architect. So engineering is about building something. Architecture is about vision, planning, and strategy. So the engineering is about building, and the architecture is about planning and strategy. So in the regular world, we have people that build buildings and we have people that design them, but we don't hire the people that build the buildings to design the buildings. It's a different skill set. And that's the biggest challenge. So the different skill set. So the engineer has to, say a cloud engineer, be hands-on and deeply technical. Say if we had a cloud engineer, they're going to be focusing on Terraform for infrastructure as code. They'll be working on Kubernetes. They'll be working potentially on some CI/CD pipelines. They'll be working on Linux. They'll be working with maybe some Python scripts. Deeply technical work. By comparison, if we're a cloud architect or an enterprise architect, we're going to be focused on things like business capability modeling, architectural governance, strategic planning, stakeholder management, and C-suite communications. So you can see the similarity between, say, that cloud engineer and that cloud architect is the equivalent of an airplane pilot and a physician. Nothing related to them at all. They're both very important people. They're both highly skilled people, but completely different careers. And the reason we exist as architects, like cloud architects or enterprise architects, is digital transformation, which is about making enterprise-level decisions, aligning people, processes, and technology. And McKinsey found that 80% of business value comes from that, and only 20% typically comes from the actual tech on the back end. So architecture at its core is about aligning people, processes, and technology. It's not about designing technology solutions in isolation. It's about making sure that the solution is actually going to help the business. So as it turns out, if you actually look at the data, what if I told you that 70% of enterprise architects never worked as engineers in the first place, and that's the people that are actually working there? And an ISA Global Talent Survey found that 70% of enterprise architects came from non-technical backgrounds, like business, leadership, and strategy. And that's why studying to be an engineer, which is about doing, does not usually map out the strategy. So let's talk about some things that we would do as a cloud architect or an enterprise architect. Well, we might lead an architectural review board. We may design a governance structure for an organization managing their technology systems. We may be creating some change management structure. We may present to the C-suite and the board of directors. We may create technology transition roadmaps and future state architectures. We may be creating all kinds of architectural artifacts, optimized business, and digital operating models. So at that architect, that core set of skills is executive communication, leadership, strategic foresight, organizational design knowledge, which is the exact opposite of the engineers that are coding, that are configuring, that are building. Now, that's why, engineering will not prepare someone to lead a stakeholder interview or facilitate an executive workshop or deliver a board-level presentation or respond to an RFI, RFP, RFQ. And, if you think about it, that. Now, it just won't create that level of executive presence, which is so critical to the roles. And in fact, Forrester said executive presence and communication is one of the top 3 skills for architects, which is why I've always said that communication skills are the most important. So cloud engineer, think focus on delivery. Cloud architect, focus on strategy and direction. So I hope that this dispelled the myth on why working as an engineer and getting deeply technical and building things won't help you design a strategic blueprint that involves people, processes, and technology. And because of that, that's why most of us architects typically build an architecture team of 15 to 50 people, and it may take 6 to 12 months to actually design an architecture because of the complexity that we have to achieve all that we need to do. So I hope you understand now the difference between engineering and architecture, and know not to spend your time in engineering if you want to be an architect. Now, if you want to be an engineer, train for engineering. It's absolutely wonderful. I just don't want you to train for an airplane pilot when you want to be a physician, because it's just not going to help you get there. If you'd like to become an architect, we have architecture training programs for almost every architect career, like an enterprise architect, a cloud architect, a security architect, or an AI architect. We also run completely free AI and cloud and enterprise architect and security architect webinars every single week. And you can join any of these webinars. We'll go over the architectural role. We'll talk about the exact skills that you need and everything you need to do to be hired. These webinars are completely free. And we can have a face-to-face conversation live on Zoom. You can ask any questions you want. To sign up for any of these free architecture webinars, sign up in the description of this video. There'll be a link for you. While you're in the description of this video, we've got so many free resources to help you in your career. Free resources on how to win the architect interview, for example. Free resources on how to become, say, a solutions architect or a cloud architect or an enterprise architect. Sign up for them. They'll be emailed to you, and they're completely free. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell to be notified of new videos to assist you in your IT architecture career. This is Mike Gibbs signing off for now, and I hope to see you soon.